Standing over 2 meters tall, Mikhail Prokhorov feels at home on a basketball court. He owns the New Jersey Nets, the American professional basketball team. But why is Mr. Prokhorov, Russia's third richest man, spending an afternoon coaching Moscow middle schoolers? He is running for president.
The basis of my program is culture, because culture unites our country, not rockets and tanks and the FSB, but one strong culture.
Middle-class voters like Ina Pavars, a mother of a student here, says she is impressed.
I am pleased with the fact that the presidential candidate is young, that he is modern, understands everyday problems.
Prokhorov is a fresh face in a field where the three other opposition candidates have been in politics since the 1990s. Public opinion surveys show that former President and current Prime Minister Vladimir Putin will win next month's election. But Prokhorov is popular with voters in Moscow and St. Petersburg, Russia's two biggest cities. He calls for cutting corruption and government bureaucracy, ending the military draft, and allowing Americans and Europeans to visit Russia without visas. He avoids directly criticizing Mr. Putin, as in this response to a question about growing anti-Americanism from the Putin campaign.
We're a strong country. We're not afraid of anyone. And I think that no country can influence whatever happens in our country. We've always solved our problems from inside our country. That's why anyone who thinks that someone from outside can affect us is wrong.
Maria Rappaport, manager of NV Art Gallery, says many Moscow residents see Mikhail Prokhorov as an alternative to Vladimir Putin.
So I think that many people will be voting for him, at least in capitals.
But she adds that many voters resent a man who became wealthy by buying state companies after the collapse of communism.
I don't see the way Prokhorov can convince people in the villages for the fact that he is an oligarch, and people don't trust oligarchs in this country.
Masha Lipman at Carnegie Moscow Center notes that Prokhorov announced his candidacy 2 days after anti-Putin protests broke out in Moscow. She says no Russian billionaire is independent of the Kremlin.
He is a convenient contender, convenient competitor for Putin. In Russia, there is no infatuation with the fat cats, to say the least. People resent the fact that he's a billionaire. In Russia, there is this sense that if you gained so much money, you probably did that at the expense of the people. They are ill-gotten gains.
For many voters, Mr. Prokhorov's basketball skills do not distract from a fortune valued at $18 billion. But a strong second-place showing could force Russia's next president to adopt some of Mikhail Prokhorov's free market agenda. James Brooke, VOA News, Moscow.